Are we going to present something from either side to test that portion too?
We can try that. I don't see the viewer link. Is it posted? Oh, in the streaming chat. Okay. Um. Oh, here. Studio chat.
I'm trying
Oh,
to
here we
find
go.
that
Okay.
myself. Oh, there. Okay, cool. Oh, that's production link. Nice. Let's open that up.
I'll just post it on Teams as well. You can click on the streaming link, Jonathan, and then first one is StreamYard, which is the streaming one, and then you'd stream your camera as a presenter, and then it would be a good test. Okay, so this we can stay here. Okay, so the viewer is working. Just wanna present. Can you guys see my screen? So this is just, yeah. So this is just the report. Well, it's still loading on the viewer. So there is a delay on the viewing portion. I suppose that's because of buffering.
I think it's intended here. I recall in the mail trails that there's always a delay.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Okay. You want to maybe play a video?
Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we can, Reese.
We're entering a phase where data is prolific,
So
and access to it is almost
Rich is going to just
instant,
play a video
helping
now.
us to connect globally, innovate rapidly, transform entire industries, and even improve our planet's health. New 5G networks will usher in an era of ultra-reliable low-latency connectivity and the capacity to connect billions of devices. AWS and communication service providers are leveraging the pace of innovation in the cloud and reinventing how we build telecommunications networks, while low Earth orbit satellites are set to bring affordable broadband, helping roll out 5G networks to the most remote parts of the globe. In parallel, cloud services are pushing beyond the bounds of our traditional AWS regions, closer to where data is generated or consumed. These AWS edge computing infrastructure and services
Is
help
anyone
customers
talking in the
build
moment?
applications that require ultra-low latency responses, improving the application performance and customer experience. Since AWS pioneered cloud technology 16 years ago, our cloud infrastructure has continued to grow, now spanning 25 geographic regions and 81 availability zones across the globe, with 17 local zones in major metropolitan areas and 24 wavelength zones at the edge of 5G networks, bringing the power and benefits of cloud computing to where customers need it. With ubiquitous connectivity and extensive access to cloud computing, we can offer every school equal access to the same learning tools, every business affordable digital tools so they can innovate, grow faster, and create local jobs. We can cure diseases faster, provide access to healthcare equitably, and even monitor the impact of development to our environment and accelerate disaster relief, saving lives, changing lives.
Can you hear me?
Together, we can unleash a world of use cases that simply aren't possible today. Ubiquitous global connectivity and anywhere access to cloud computing are the foundations of a truly connected world. AWS is helping to build that.
Louis, everybody lagging, or is it just some people lagging?
It was the video, so the video was also like jumpy, and then the audio comes and goes. But on the audience link, it was perfectly fine.
Mine was seamless, no issues. So do you want to retry the video stream and then see what if it's any different? Because it could be network.
Sorry, Jaco, on your video currently, you go like this. But if I look on the audience link, then there's no delay.
Yeah, so it's relating to your connectivity that you are either saturating or whatever capabilities you have are limited.
I'm using the same machine to look at both on both sides. Let me see if I can do a WhatsApp video for you.
No, I agree. I understand,
On
but
my
it's going to
side,
come back. Yeah.
on my side, you guys are perfect. I can see Yaku moving left to right, no problem.
Jonathan, you're going to get me sleepy. Yeah, so I think on the back panel, everything is really live and dynamic, instant. We've lost you on audio, Afzal. Kevin, if you sit still like that, it looks like a photo. Huh?
Afzal is actually frozen right now on my side.
Yeah, same for me.
Same, yeah.
Yeah, I think he dropped off because we lost him on audio. There we go. Afzal, what did you do?
Looks
No
like Afzal's
audio.
back, but there's no audio.
Sorry, that was me.
Did you jump networks? What did you do, Afzal?
Yeah, I'm on VF corporate now.
So you switched over from something else because you were like not you were
I
hung.
was on LAN. I was on
Oh,
LAN, and
okay.
then I disconnected LAN, and I'm on VF corporate now.
Okay,
Under
so from a
Matimba's
presenter
AP.
view, okay, so from a presenter view, we just have you as frozen and no audio.
Yeah. Okay, so it disconnected me, and then I reconnected.
See, Louis, your camera is with little pixel, huh? And also, you're also not on 1080p anymore. We had you on a lower quality there.
Says full HD.
Okay. You were saying what, Jonathan? We're not hearing you.
No audio.
He needs to insert 20 cents
Yeah,
into
so
the
I
machine.
now and then. I seem to be losing audio, and then I reconnect to get back my audio. And I'm on a straight internet connection. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but that's what I'm seeing at the moment. It's there for a couple of seconds, and then it disappears. Do you guys hear me?
Yep. We hear you, and we also hear you breaking up in your conversation with us.
Yeah, it's very choppy.
Jonathan, you also may just need to check your settings to make sure your microphone is picking up your headset.
No, it was
The
before. I
settings.
didn't change anything after
Oh,
that.
there we go. No, we can hear you. We can hear you.
We can hear you now.
Why do I have to have audio on the Teams and not on the StreamYard browser?
I think it
I
wants
have got both
exclusive mode. Yeah, I think it's exclusive mode.
because then you start getting this echo that the two apps are sharing the audio.
Is there anything else we want to try here?
Maybe just to ask, would you then provide a report now of our connectivity and what you see on your side?
In terms of sort of like analytics and that, there's not much that I can really do. Obviously, just besides what we've viewed and experienced and discussed. But yeah, in terms of like technical information and like numbers and analytics, there isn't really much that I can provide from a StreamYard point of view.
I don't know. So with the live event that we had, or even with this one, are you able to tell when exactly we all connected, like right down to the minute and second?
Presenters, are you talking about the presenters in studio?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
like what times they joined?
yeah.
The best I'd be able to do would be to go back to the recording and view the recording, see and correlate that with what time we started, and then see what times that they joined.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
Unfortunately, StreamYard is fairly limited in its the information that it provides in terms of those kind of analytics. So I'd kind of have to do that manually, if that makes sense.
Okay, and yeah, so you obviously also can't see what kind of connection that presenter is having at that time as well.
Correct. Yeah. Look, it's one of those things it's like I said, it's fairly limited. Although from our studio perspective, if I think back to when we in our physical studio, not necessarily this one, and we've got everybody joining, we can see almost off the bat who's got good connections and bad. Like we had with MGG themselves, their actual live stream. I could see the quality wasn't great, and they kept on saying, "No, guys, it's we stream. We had like 500 megabytes per second. We can see we're on the Ethernet ports and everything." And they were, persistent in the fact that there was something wrong. And then eventually, what we figured out with their laptop was, whenever they restarted their laptop, it automatically connected to the Wi-Fi and provided like a suboptimal connection, even though when they would do the internet test, it was showing 500 megabytes per second. So, like I say, a lot of it, unfortunately, there's not a lot of information on a technical perspective that I can see from this program, so to speak.
I've got a question. If everybody can still hear me.
Yeah.
Sorry if it was in the documentation, but where are we being hosted with StreamYard? Physically, location, geographical.
In terms of their servers that they utilize.
Yes.
What I can see is it's cloud-based.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's based in the US,
I do think it's in the US. I'm just going to get confirmation quickly.
Keep it close to us. Drop the latency.
On the presenter side or on the client side?
On the everything side.
So on the client side, I had one disconnect so far, where it went into a spinning circle for a few and then recovered.
And also, we need to. What are we running on here? Is it just HTTP or?
HTTPS.
Yeah.
That's the IPs that is resolved through. So 104.1.1.
Then StreamYard needs to give us the latency that they're seeing from the participant side.
Just see what this results in.
So yeah, I do believe that the StreamYard servers are in the US.
And if it is cloud-based, do we have a delay in resource availability when they spinning something up to take the load, or is it immediate with full capacity and full capabilities when we run something big like last week? Is it like set up by default to start with maybe 2 presenters, and when there's more that it has to ramp up or something like that, or is it fully capable of handling that immediately?
So, to the best of my knowledge, it is fully capable. The sort of the restrictions and that only really come on, if anything, would be on the viewer's experience. So this live in studio, again, we can have a maximum of 10 people on screen at the moment, so 10 connections. The broadcast from there goes through to Vimeo, and then we have that embedded onto our platform. So it's only like when we have huge numbers join in on the platform side that there may not even really be issues, but that is something that needs to be catered for. But again, that's completely separate to StreamYard itself. That wouldn't affect this viewer's presenter's experience.
It would be good to know that that wasn't the case, that we've got guarantees when it comes to the initial startup of the event and things like that, rather than some minor delays that may impact something somewhere. If you can get those guarantees, then that would be awesome.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely something that I can bring up with the technical department of StreamYard, and obviously
awesome
voice some of these concerns, so that again, this is something that we can avoid.
And it leads on, from all places that are affected, Vimeo and StreamYard, and full end-to-end confirmation.
Okay, perfect.
I mean, if it's in writing, it's in writing, and it's if it's writing, it's in writing, and it's confirmed, rather than maybe we don't know, what if, that type of thing. Get the ticks ticked, the boxes ticked,
Okay, perfect. I'm just taking some notes on my side.
So it is hosted in the US.
So I'm trying to do a ping to that IP address and that on the client side, and it's got a dismal ping response, huh?
So you're pinging 104.18.42.54.
Correct. I'm finding that audio, whoever's talking through the wrong microphone.
So that was the one IP. Then it resolves to a second IP, which is the 172 IP.
Yeah, which is normally internal for some reason. It's not internet in my view. So I get 15% ping loss if I ping that IP. And it's random drops.
So that also resolves, to Texas.
Bring it to SA.
Yeah, Jonathan, I think it makes sense.
Not that that's really, when I say it, it sounds too easy to actually happen. But I mean, we're talking about a lot of parts that need a lot of probably contract agreements to be able to get that done. So making use of the system, I can't say that this might not happen again.
Yeah, no, agreed. It's a pity we can't get a view from the StreamYard side, what the connection looks like from each client that's online. Because that'll give us a good idea.
Maybe there's a ticket Rich could log to ask them for like a report or something.
Yeah,
I do think that we've got a meeting scheduled with one of our StreamYard representatives coming up in the next week or so. So that's why this kind of feedback is quite pretty critical, because these are things that I can bring up with them and tackle.
Yeah, absolutely.
So is there anything, specifically that I could perhaps request from them that may even give you guys a little bit more insight or help out?
I definitely want another latency, and from all parts of the meeting. And if there's any way that that could be brought closer to the event itself.
So that's definitely one thing, is the distance of the servers in the US impacting.
And obviously, the more load you put on, it would actually be very interesting to see from Afzal's side when he started the presentation, what his network response was like after that, during that, and after, to see how badly that impacts, and then adding audio on top of a video, how much that impacts, and what we can then know to expect when that type of thing happens. So if we put more people in one room, it'll be better rather than individuals spread across the one event to help out in future.
Yeah, absolutely, Jonathan. And I think also knowing the connection coming in. So, you know, if someone's coming in VPN, APN, straight internet, or in the office, you know, where is the better connection connecting in?
Definitely from the beginning when Jaco and I were comparing compared to Louis, what his experience was. Definitely better rather than internet facing, I think.
Okay.
But I mean, records and proof of would be awesome to be able to, again, use as evidence to say, rather do this rather than do that. Comes back to everybody being at the office.
Or if there's a way we can force the stream to connect at a certain rate.
Or it's not going to be that easy. VB, again, telling them this event is coming in, prioritize it, or don't, or do whatever you can do to maybe make it work. But again, like if you bring the boxes into VB, then you eliminate all of that completely.
Yeah, yeah.
From having to go out, yeah. Yeah. But that's what I would like to see from my side too. Be able to know what to work with.
Yeah, I know. If can live. Yeah, drive it around.
I don't know who's speaking at the moment. Jonathan, there was the other, if you recall, Abzal mentioned something about, you know, the connectivity and the scalability of the platform. So you may recall, obviously, we had that issue many, many years ago where, you know, everyone's connecting at the same moment. And sometimes the platform's not able to scale quick enough in those few seconds.
I also
So
said that to
I'm
Rich,
trying to see
the
that
guarantees.
kind of data.
Yeah. I was saying that to Rich as well, to get the guarantees from the sources to say you can handle 100 percenters immediately, or you can only handle 5 and you have to wait another 3 minutes to ramp up, or another server to be brought into the cloud or something like that to handle the load. Or if there's some form of at startup you can handle this, then it would be good to know, as you saying. Yeah. So from my side, for the duration that I've been on and looking at the StreamYard link, I haven't seen any issues other than knowing that Asphalt dropped off, and it looks like he's still got a little bit of a and I don't know if it's a camera or if it's his network connection, but slightly jittery, not very smooth, not 100% smooth, not like everybody else.
Yeah, it looks like Eddie and Yaku is quite good.
Mm.
The quality there is quite good.
Eddie, you're on Wi-Fi or VPN?
I'm on APN SIM.
Okay.
Do you want me to join maybe on the Wi-Fi? Because my experience is seamless right now.
All good. Okay. No, it's fine. Just wanted to get a record of where everybody was connected so that we can see if there's a pattern. No, you're freezing up quite a lot now.
I'm freezing.
Yeah. On what? What's using it? What is using your CPU?
I have no idea what could be my CPU. I'll open my.
No, we're just asking Afsal. That's all. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
We also recommended, one of the StreamYard recommendations is to join through Chrome. I know Edge does often give a lot of problems with that, so Chrome is always the first recommendation, followed by Firefox. Just as an FYI.
Yeah, I'm using Chrome. Edge's Vodacom / Vodafone's preferred or recommended browsers, Rich. So again, we may have to be at the beginning of the event say, please switch to Chrome or Firefox if we are seeing patterns of poor performance from a particular browser type. That's a good point, actually. It was something that has been has come up in the past. Louis, are you on SIM or fiber? Fiber Wi-Fi.
Fiber VPN.
So are there any other bits of information that we want to gather from StreamYard that we can pass to Rich today?
There's quite a lot, Glennis, already to start with, to see if they can get it, and hard to emulate again, but we could just force things to be done in a certain way, and then in the next event hope for a better experience. Hope is a bad word to use, but let's rather say going on best recommendations, see that we get a better performance and event at the end of the day.
So Yaku, your quality's changed a bit. It's a little bit more jumpy for me. I don't know if it's the same for everyone else.
Yeah, it is definitely. Afsal, if you move around a little bit, it looks better to me. Yeah, that's definitely better than what it was.
It's just Yaku's connection
So-
now is not so good.
So I'm on Chrome now. Still reporting 99% CPU.
Okay. Won't even let you. No, stopped. Stop and start again. Yep, got it now.
Yaku, you frozen.
Yeah, because he's trying to add content in, so it's overloading the connection. And that's what I want to know
I'm
from
trying to
StreamYard as
present
well.
my screen. I don't know if you guys are seeing it. No, it's. I've stopped it, so I'll start it again now. Yeah, I see that, and I'm. Yeah. Yeah, it's actually client side.
What are
Huh?
you
I'm
using as a
looking at
browser?
my Mac on my Mac CPU, and it's being hammered. So
There's more and more
Max.
of a delay from your side now.
I'm using Firefox for this. I think I'm trying to stream now, so you should see my stream.
Yeah, got it.
Well, something to that effect. Well, that's a file. So that was the MPEG file I was sharing. But outside of the MPEG file I'm sharing, I was trying to do my screen. So let's do my screen again. And screen one. Mute. Now go here. Tell me if you can see my screen.
In Vato.
This is a live screen presentation that's looped. Yeah, so I'm just giving you an animation so that you can see if there's any. And this is a screen presentation, so not normally you do not dynamic content. The idea is that you could see if it's glitchy or not with that.
Definitely glitchy for me.
Yeah, it's
And
bad.
obviously because it's now.
Stop your screen.
Okay, stop screen.
Still bad.
There we go.
No, you've
Okay,
degraded
gonna
for
have to
some
try and
reason now.
recover now.
It was like this before you started presenting.
Now let me.
Yeah.
Let me just check my system resources now because something went crazy with doing what we just did. Because I can see even
Yeah, because
myself
your
the
quality
video.
is not good.
Yeah, my video from my stream is on the webcam now is all messed up.
Mm.
Let's see. Yeah, Firefox is maxing out my CPU, literally.
Yeah, same with me.
So yeah, we're running into resource constraints. I think the problem we have is even though it's nice and neat to have this service on a web tier, I think you might need to consider a true application because you're
Is
working
this
up,
not because we're
working
on the
into the.
Teams call as well?
No, I'm not. I'm not at all.
No, Chrome
So,
wouldn't do that for Teams.
no, so
No, I mean from a
I've
resource
got
perspective.
I've got
no,
both running, and my Chrome is 20% max.
Oh.
Yeah,
I think
Jonathan, your
it's
connection's stable.
Yeah.
I think the hosting of the solution in a web backdrop is the problem here. You're running into the constraints of Firefox. That's as an ecosystem on the machine limited on the resourcing.
But it's
Because you
weird
only
that
have
you were okay and then you went bad.
Yeah.
yeah, but it's because I'm actually let me close off because I've had to close. Well, let's see if it starts getting better now.
Have you got anything else in Firefox running? Any other tabs? Or?
I had 4 or 5 tabs growing while I was searching for content to present.
Okay.
So the more tabs I add, the more the resource constraints went up.
Because people
Hmm?
love doing that in this company. They just leave
Yes.
everything running.
Yeah.
Compared to if you see your video compared to Afzal now, you were like Afzal before, smooth like that, and you're just jerky the
Now
whole
I'm
time.
choppy. Yeah, now I'm choppy.
Mm.
Afzal is the smooth one right now.
Is there a Chrome browser for Apple?
Yes, I can
you
jump
switch
to
over
that
and
one.
see?
Yeah, I'll go to that one.
Because if Afzal's still maxing out, then Chrome is doing a very good job handling it.
Well, try and present content, Afzal. Like present your screen. I'm going to jump over to the other session.
I need to drop off for my next call, but I'll check in with the rest of you maybe after the call or after this. Thanks all. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Right.
Yeah, I also have to in a few minutes start walking around. So I just want to see this with Afsal and Yaku, the thing that you're doing, and then I'll probably also be leaving.
Okay, I'll bring it on now. As soon as it's loaded. And also just a point of reference, that's why, I mean, besides the screen sharing, when it does come to any sort of, presentations and video content, that's why we make sure that we do the sharing, because that does seem to take a huge strain off presenters' experiences by us having it loaded into our studio. You know, it's a significant change in quality.
Yeah. No, I don't think that we want to do it like this. I think we're just checking to see and prove what is and what isn't happening. Afsal, move around for me a little bit. I just want to see your video. Yeah, all very good. Still very good. Yeah.
Okay, but my machine hangs at specific times.
Not
And
that.
I'm flatlining, yeah.
I don't see anything. I don't see a problem with your side.
Power. Is it power? Okay. Let me try that.
Oh, you're running on battery.
We're saying it's power, okay?
Where's Yaku?
Okay. How am I now?
Your video's still fine. Well, I see a little bit of a jump here and there. Is your CPU going down at all or not?
I'm currently sharing.
I saw that. Still as high.
Yeah.
Wonder if you just close that quickly and join again, if it changes anything.
Okay. Stop sharing. Leave studio.
Yaku, where are you? Sorry, just hold on. Okay, Yaku's about to join. There we go. Oh, there we go. Nice and smooth. Very nice and smooth.
And now I'm going to do the same thing again, and then it's going to start going all hammery.
I just asked Afsal to drop off and reconnect to see what the CPU does.
And I might need to restart my session. It's because
You're exactly like you should be. Oh, he's gone now.
all right. Let's see what happens if I now, because I have to restart. Share screen 1.
Camera's still good. And there's the video playing. Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
What's your CPU doing now?
Let's see. Chrome should be coming up. Yeah,
Rich, cool. I'd be interested in Yaku's video quality at the moment. I'm not sure if it's degraded a bit from HD or when he goes into content sharing.
It doesn't look like there's any lag, but perhaps the picture quality is lessened, perhaps.
Might be. It would be just interesting to know how they handle it. If they do then what to expect. And a little bit jerky, but still, I would say okay from you, Yaka. I'll solve you back. Cool. We're just doing the same test as what we were doing with you, using Chrome on Yaka's Mac. Do you want to do the same again on your side? And is your Chrome 100% still? After?
Yep. It's only at 97%, 100%.
Yaka, do you want to stop presenting, please? Thanks. Afsal, what's your CPU? And Afsal is totally frozen now.
He's moving.
Yeah, I've got you now.
Now yes.
But breaking
Did
up.
you talk now? Yeah. Your video is choppy.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. What's your CPU?
Bad audio.
On Chrome?
100%.
Yeah, you're choppy. Your machine cannot handle what you're doing.
99%.
How many tabs have you got open on Chrome?
I have got, sure, a hell of a lot.
That's also
no, but it's only StreamYard that's open on Chrome. But in the process,
yeah, no, I've got the same. Yeah. But
so I don't have any other browsers open. Edge is closed.
Then
Mozilla is
you
closed.
shouldn't be 100.
Yeah.
Another note, Rich, then, if they can explain that. Using the recommended browser. What connection are you on, Afsal? Fiber, Wi-Fi, or what?
I'm on LAN. I'm on LAN.
Okay. So why would a browser go to 100% and start showing performance issues when there's nothing that is in the way for it to be causing that?
That would relate to the plugins on the browser and the way that the ecosystem is integrating or interrogating that traffic.
But yeah, okay, I can agree with that because my machine might be totally empty and clean. But is it really going to be that much of an issue for everybody to have that type of thing?
Keep in
It's going to
mind,
be
I
a
think,
lot of investigation then.
yeah, we are running additional software. Afzal, do you have the proxy software on your machine?
What do you mean proxy software?
What's the green icon? Force point. Is that installed and running on your machine?
It's a standard machine. Look, I've got XAGT as a process that's running here. I've got Windows Defender running here. So I assume it's probably here as well.
Force point will show up
On
as
your
a little green
taskbar.
icon on your hidden icons on
Toolbar.
the right-hand side at the time.
Yeah, see.
But yes, it is a standard product that should be on all Vodacom laptops.
Yeah, but that will also manipulate the traffic, and it will do it aggressively, especially when you're using a corporate asset on third-party internet. That force point will tie
Starts
in as the
talking a lot.
Yeah,
Something
it actually it forces all the traffic through that agent. Doesn't matter what the internet speeds is. You will go through the cloud proxy.
Internet facing traffic again.
My recommendation: give them dedicated systems for hosting these events. That's not a corporate asset. Because it's the nearest you're going to come to a vanilla machine that is going to meet the requirements from the streaming event.
Maybe that we, Rich, maybe that we also haven't asked about. What does StreamYard recommend that we use and have in place for a successful event? What have they tried and tested to say, do this and not that to, not have any issues? Because I mean, just going with, yeah, sure, plug it in and it'll work, doesn't necessarily go to best performance. So recommendations
Sure.
from the suppliers as well. Rich is gone.
Sure. Are you talking on actual computer specifications or network?
Yeah,
Because I mean, obviously, like the
network,
very
all of it,
basic ones we sent
all of it.
through in terms of connectivity, like internet connection, Ethernet ports,
All
those type of
recommendations
things.
from all of the players that are involved. What are their recommendations to ensure no issues and best performance?
Okay, what I can do is check. I'm sorry, I've just lost the power on my laptop. But I'm going to try that again. I think I'll check on that email that Mike sent through. I know you did. I think there were some minimum specifications on there. But if not, what I can also do is get a list of that from StreamYard and just see if there's anything additional. But they usually go for quite, well, they say almost your entry
Low.
level.
Yeah.
Is usually suitable. 4 megabyte line in terms of internet connection, Ethernet cables, and then Chrome. Generally the latest Windows.
Something that we can work with as a baseline to say, okay, somebody who's reporting an issue doesn't meet that, so therefore can be expected that they were having a problem.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to drop off. Do you need me, Kevin, Louis, for anything else?
No, John, I think I don't know, do they have enough information, but from my side, no, nothing further.
Okay, I'll try and join as soon as I can if you guys are still on. Cool. Thanks, eh? Ciao.
Thank you.
Thanks, John.
Thanks, John.
So I'm on battery. Hold on. And I changed my battery performance to power mode, battery saver, and my experience Yakuyu jumping all over the screen. When I put it on base performance, it's much better. So I assume that the presenters at the time was on power and the setting was on base performance. Well, I hope so. Oh, I hope not.
And now I've made my camera again 1080p. It was on 480.
Yeah, my camera is on 1080p as well.
Now, but you've got an overlay and your face is not showing anymore.
Oh yes, sorry, I was on my cell, so I'm gonna change mine to low definition just to see what difference it makes. So at the time, was it only the presenters that was complaining that was in the call? It was not the audience.
Yes, I believe so. I think there were one or two presenters that were having like little lag spikes. Not necessarily the audience.
But then it's the same with what I experienced earlier with Yaku being jumping all over the screen. And have a look at Yaku now. It's not that bad, but he is jumping. But like I mentioned earlier as well, on the audience link, it's not jumping at all. So isn't that part of the recording and then encoding to via StreamYard to Vimeo to the endpoint?
Yeah, I'm not too sure on the technical side. I mean, my knowledge is
But I
fairly
think that is
limited. But
information that you need to take to them to ask, how does your encoding and all that stuff work? I recall a Vbrick back in the day. We had encoders that did the recording, did the encoding, and then did the send off to the endpoints. So I'm not sure. I think there was enough information shared to take it further with the relevant teams.
yeah, definitely stuff that I can take up with them. And I mean, they use RMTP. I don't know, because there's obviously a delay between what the audience sees here as what we live at the moment. There's about a 15 to 20-second delay depending on what the audience sees, and that obviously forms part of the packaging and encoding process.
Yeah, which is understandable. I mean, that's even happening on Teams as
Mm.
well. That's on any recording or live event, can I say, that will happen.
Yeah. And I mean, there's other small basic issues that could come into play would be, the connection load, how many people are jumping on the same Wi-Fi link, those type of things. I don't know which presenters were experiencing that and what sort of connections they had on the day. So I don't know if that's also possibly something that may have had an impact on what they were experiencing.
Also, were those guys, some of them not in Voda World at the time as well?
No, Shamir was in his office, and Matimba was in his office.
And were they the ones that was experiencing the issues, the problems?
Yeah, so initially Shamir experienced the problem, and then it was a non-domain machine, and he was connecting on PC port, and that gave him issues, and then he connected on, I think it was Mike's machine on his Cell C 5G connection, and then he worked on that throughout. Matimba was on his wife on his iPad and also on 5G. So initially when they connected, they had an issue connecting, but then they continued on 5G. When myself and Clifton tested, it was we connected as presenters immediately, and there weren't any issues at the time.
So on 5G, they didn't have this problem.
Well, from what I can see, they didn't have any issues. They didn't
And
experience
what
any
issue is
issues
it?
throughout the
Is
board.
it the lagging or jumping around on the screen or audio problems?
They never had any issues throughout the broadcast.
Okay, apologies. So then what are we troubleshooting?
I think it was the office connection. At first, it was seen to have been the issue. From what I can see now, it seems fine.
Yeah, so in the office, we also make use of that bat file for the proxy, that WAP file. Sorry, not
Yeah.
bat file. similar to that on VPN. So I assume that none of those settings would have changed unless they were connected via the network and then using the same device connecting to 5G. If it's a straight connection, could that WAP file then still be active? Oh, but they're not using a Windows device. You
Yeah,
said
they weren't
iPad
using Windows
or
device. Yeah,
Mac.
iPad, and it was Apple device, Mike's Apple device.
Okay, so that should eliminate the WAP file.
Hmm. But look, now I'm cruising. Yako, you clear?
Look on my side, I can see
Everyone's clear.
everything all over my screen.
Hmm.
It's not a constant movement.
Hmm.
Um, but that I wouldn't say is a problem
Yeah.
because it's still an upload to the StreamYard, and
Hmm.
then there should be buffering stuff taking place as well before the encoding goes to the, and that's why the audience link is fine because obviously everything gets compressed, encoded, and then sent off.
Hmm. Yeah. So they don't see any sort of lag. It's the presenters that
Yeah.
experience it.
But I mean, even what the experience that I have here in Teams live events, I'm having the same problem.
Hmm.
Even in a normal Teams call, if your video is enabled, sometimes you will see the people as well, or audio breaking up and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So I'm not sure if this is really network related or if it is just the way the system is working.
Hmm. Yeah.
I think if you provide that in all that in details that you've got and send that off to your technical team, let's see what they come back with.
Yeah, I think that's at least a starting point from our side. Try and get some feedback from the people that actually have that kind of insight into the system.
Yeah, because we can all stay on this call and then talk about the same thing we discussed for the past hour. Um, but we're not going to make any changes because we need to find out exactly what the requirements is for
Hmm.
StreamYard and Vimeo, all that stuff.
Hmm.
But I think
Yeah.
if it's more the presenters link, like this screen, we need to find out how does this work? How does all the videos fit in together? And what happens? Why is there sometimes a lag, sometimes there's no lag? So what's happening in the back end?
Hmm. Do we want to try and get Glynis again on the call to just close her end?
I'm not sure if we maybe just want to send a mail to her to say that what is going to happen now. Kevin? You're on mute.
Sorry about that. I'm just on a call here.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I didn't hear the part where you were asking a question.
So I'm not sure if you had what we said about the technical stuff. If we need to get feedback from StreamYard
Yep.
on how the presenters link is working. Then Afsal asked if we should bring Glennis in again to let her know, or can we just send an email with our findings and what we're going to do now?
Yeah, I think there'll be maybe an email, like Afzal has pointed out. I'm not sure if Leonard is in a meeting. I think she is until 12. That's my understanding.
She's not online on anything right now, so maybe
she did say she was in 11 to 12, but I'll try to follow up then with an email Afzal what our findings were, and obviously our way forward.
So Afsal, in short, if I'm correct, Richard is going to send all this information to StreamYard, get a feedback on what the requirements is on that, and why is the presenter's link sometimes lagging. But after that, obviously the audience link is not lagging. After the encoding, all that stuff is happening. And then what is the requirements for StreamYard to function properly for the presenter link, for the presenters. Rather. That's in short.
Yeah, I've got that all on my side. Just as a FYI, I quickly found the hardware requirements, and I pasted it in the chat there, just as a point of reference. Obviously, that'll be included in the info that I get from them and sent through to everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, see,
So,
all
but
of
yes,
that is definitely our minimum machines is i5s with 16 or 8 gig memory at least. SSD is all across the board. The devices that was mentioned with Shamil and them, that will be definitely on the latest iOS, and the Mac will definitely meet all the requirements as well. So
yeah,
I don't mention here the browser. I'm on Edge, and
yeah. So they actually, I'm actually on their site now. I mean, they quickly copy and paste this for you, but like I said, they do even mention that you can use Edge in that. But again, just from our experiences with them, they've always said Chrome is your number one recommended, most user friendly with the platform. A second, Firefox. But again, every now and then we experience like small little glitches, whether it's bringing up a presentation, everything will be perfect on Chrome, but then a user on Firefox, it might be distorted or something. There'd be sometimes it'll be like very small things that are experienced. So that's in our experience has always been Chrome as number one, Firefox number two. Yeah, we don't recommend Edge or Safari or anything else, Opera or anything.
you see, but they say, yeah, but these are the browsers we recommend. So the fact that they're mentioning Edge there, we cannot say that no, rather use Chrome or stuff like that. Although Chrome is a Vodacom approved browser, if a person is using Edge, then that shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah,
At the end of the
look, I
day,
mean,
it's best effort.
yeah,
Can I take on a different approach on this? We are talking about the presenter, and I would still recommend a separate environment for them to present from instead of using the standard corporate asset. The standard corporate asset's first focus is to protect the system and the user.
Yeah.
In this case, we are seeing degradation and we can't control it. I would say for events like this, we need to have machines available with the minimum of intrusive software that can allow for this best, let's call it, presentation for this person. But outside of all of the cyber requirements we have, it's forced on an internal machine. As a
Yaku, as a test,
recommendation.
I think we can definitely do that test. Just to eliminate just to eliminate our experience that we're having with our corporate assets. I'm not sure if we were able to get a machine with like just a vanilla install, and then we can test it maybe. I'm not sure how much stuff we will be able to do today.
Windows 11.
So why don't you test it? Did you
I'm
test
a
it?
Mac user. I'm a Mac user. I can come in as a Windows 11 user if you want me to, but I can't be in a corporate network. So I'll be on VC board, which is VC mobile and VC guest.
Yeah, okay, so we need basically open internet. But Yaku, personally, I don't think that is the problem. I think it's to do with StreamYard and the way StreamYard is functioning to do all the encoding. How everything fits in together
Okay,
and
so
then go.
can I just have a brief overview of what we're going to be discussing? So it's the location of the StreamYard service located in the US, the browser, and the version of browser. The version of browser used and the impact this has on a domain join machine.
Yeah, and then specifically Force Point and Fire Eye, because they do have an
Force
impact
point
on
and
those
fire
systems.
eye,
Seems to
and
have
the
an
impact
impact
this has on the domain joined machine. What else?
in presentation mode. In presentation mode, specifically in presentation mode.
This has while on presentation mode. CPU impact.
Yeah,
Okay,
and that's
so I've
across the
got
board. Windows and Mac,
yeah.
CPU Max.
Yeah. Locations of the StreamYard service, the version of browser used, and the CPU impact this has on domain joined machines, force point and fire eye, and the impact this has on presentation mode while on the default domain joined machine. What else? Louis, you mentioned a few things.
No, I think you got it covered there.
Okay, so it's just
Um,
three points.
But we basically need to find out how StreamYard links the presenters stuff together. When Richard dialed
So
in the stuff, remind me, how does it all fit into this one screen? Because I
okay,
think
so
this is where the problem is.
Richard to provide a design document, maybe,
Something like that, yeah.
on how
Technical,
the presentation works and how each participant is set up
see, but I still
and
not sure exactly what the experience was for the presenters. Was it just a lagging? If it is, then how bad was it? If it's what I see with Yaku, then that's something that we can definitely live with. Or well, we should be living with it. But if it's like when you were switching networks and you lost connection while you were frozen on screen, if that is a problem, then yes, that's obviously something we have to look at. I also need to go to another call. I started at 12:30.
okay, I'll send the email.
The last
Thanks
part, what
everyone
I
for your
mentioned
time.
now, don't put that in the mail, please.
You're going to a meeting.
No, the one before that. Funny
Okay,
man.
I won't.
All right.
All right, cool.
Thanks all.
Thanks a lot for your time, guys.
Yeah, thank you very
Thanks.
much.
Abzal, you going to
Cheers.
see
Yes.
Cisco?
No.
Okay.
Cool. Thanks,
See ya.
guys.